The following video has been brought to you by RYN Studios. Release your nerd. Hello everyone, my name is the King of Clubs and welcome to my new series called List It. This series will feature a top 10 countdown of various subjects hosted by myself, as well as featuring various artwork and pictures kind of go along with whatever I'm talking about. In this first episode, we're going to talk about accents. Originally this video was going to be called the top 10 sexiest accents in the world, but being that I can't really imitate accents, and if I did it wouldn't be anything but sexy, I changed it to most interesting accents, because I still find accents very interesting, even though I myself don't really have an accent. So let's go ahead and get started. You may see me glance over every once in a while. These videos are actually going to be longer than my Comet Destroyer videos because there's going to be a lot more content in them. So if you see me glancing over, it's just me checking my notes. I don't really write a script. I don't believe in writing scripts because I feel I sound very robotic and monotone whenever I'm reading off of a piece of paper. So I will glance at my notes, however, during these videos, just to kind of keep me on pace. Keep me on track for where I need to go. Alright, so number 10, Spanish accents. I like Spanish accents. They always seem very enthused, very passionate about whatever they're talking about. Most of the time, and this is going to make me sound terrible, but most of the time when I think of a Spanish accent, I think of the corny, over-the-top Spanish soap operas. Just because that's the first thing that comes to my mind for some reason, but it's still very interesting, intriguing, and very enjoyable. Let's see, number 9 is Italian. Italian accents I always thought was cool because they have that unique little flair to them. Most of the time people think of people like the Mario Brothers. At least that's where my mind goes, the Mario Brothers, which is probably not very accurate, at least not as accurate as it could be. But that's where my brain goes whenever I think of Italian accents. Let's see, number 8, Swedish accents. Swedish accents, I think of PewDiePie, the YouTuber from Sweden, now living in the UK. Really nice guy, and I love the Swedish accent because their cadence and their kind of the little flares that they have always make it sound like such a positive environment. They always seem so happy all the time. Now, PewDiePie, if you see his videos, he is usually screaming, he's swearing, so you wouldn't think that he comes off as necessarily happy, but just his type of accent always has that positive undertone to it. So I always like that. Always pass on those good vibes. Alright, next one is Russian. Number 7, Russian. Russian I like. I feel kind of bad because American culture, in our movies, we tend to cast Russians as like the villains or the bad guys. And they always have this kind of dark theme to them in our culture. But Russian people, I would imagine, I've honestly not met a Russian person in all reality, but I would imagine they're probably some of the nicest people on the planet, as are most people on this list. But their tone, whenever we depict it here in America, always comes off as this intimidating tone. Not necessarily that they're yelling or being aggressive, just this whole imposing tone of someone that's just looking down upon you. Which I believe the people from Russia are probably anything but looking down upon us. Let's see, number 6 is German. German, a lot of people think of celebrities like Heidi Klum. Some other people might think of Hitler. I mean, there's a variety of different Germans that are famous or infamous that have made that language very noticeable. Definitely stands out. I always felt that the way that we typically portray the German accent is very aggressive sounding, but not necessarily aggressive with intent. Like they may sound angry, but in all reality they're just having a normal conversation with you. They don't mean to be angry. That's not their intent at all. Again, I think they're probably some of the nicest people on the planet. They just get kind of the bad bad tone from the way that we portray them in the media. Let's see. Number 5 is Southern accents for American accents. This is portraying to the Southern drawl, as we typically call it. I usually picture like cowboys or people of the South, or half my family. I've got a lot of family that are farmers, and they have a bit of an accent themselves, whereas I do not. Yeah, my family's kind of split. Some of them are more northern oriented, and some are more southern oriented. So the southern accents, I always think of the usually like Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, a lot of the southern states. Next is going to be northeastern accents of the United States. This is portraying to like the New England territories, like up there in Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts area, New York, New Jersey. Those states up there in the Northeast that have that very distinctive tone to their voice. Usually a good reference would be like Family Guy. The accent that they put on their characters always has that Northeastern tone to it. Mark Wahlberg plays a great Boston style actor whenever he chooses to use his Boston accent, which is always entertaining. Let's see. Next on the list here is Australia. Okay, so number 3, the Australian accent. Always fun to listen to. I've heard some people get it mixed up with British accents. I can kind of see the similarities, but I can still hear a very distinctive difference between the two, mostly in their choice of words. People who have Australian accents typically choose different words than what people with British accents will choose. Always a lot of fun. They seem like a really nice, fun-loving bunch. Again, a lot of these nationalities I haven't met personally. Kind of stuck in the middle of the United States, in all honesty. I really haven't gotten out to explore the world, but from what I've seen in culture, this has really piqued my interest with these accents. Number 2 is actually British, so leading right from Australia into the UK's accent. The British accent is very commonly heard here in the United States now, due to stations like BBC America, and various other entertainment means. There's a ton of British celebrities that now appear on American television now, and so that accent has become very common to us. We hear it all the time. Doesn't get boring though. Don't get me wrong, it's actually still very entertaining. The number 1 spot. Now this one, and I will admit I am biased. I have heritage of this nationality, even if I'm not from this country, from the country that I'm about to mention. I still have ancestors who were, and that's Irish. Big shocker, redhead guy. Oh, he's Irish. Yes, I have Irish ancestors, and I'm very proud of my Irish heritage. I love Irish accents. I love Irish, and honestly, I love all Celtic style accents, like Scottish accents, Welsh accents, stuff of that nature. I always thought it was cool. I always kind of wish that I had a bit of an Irish accent, because it always seemed like an awesome sound to me. And that may sound kind of weird, but that's just something that was always piqued my interest, was Irish accents. One of the YouTubers I watch regularly is a guy named Jacksepticeye, and he's from Ireland. He's legitimately Irish, even though a lot of people have questioned his heritage. But no, he's for real. He's Irish. He's got a very distinct Irish accent, and it's awesome. So yeah, definitely check out his videos. I will go ahead and leave a link for his page in the description of this video. And speaking of the description for this video, I'm going to have my social media links in here in the page description below. We'll have my Facebook, my Twitter. I also have other videos, so definitely check out my channel. So subscribe to my channel so you can see those other videos. Be sure to like, favorite, share this video, especially if you know other people that love accents. You know, it sounds like kind of a silly thing to be talking about, but it's something that I've always been interested in. And you know what? They're very interesting. So yeah, definitely check out the other videos. I'm gonna have some annotations at the end of this one for links to my other stuff. Like I said, this is the new series listed. I'm going to run this for a couple weeks, and then I'll bring back Comet Destroyers again, and we'll do kind of alternating between the two videos. And I'm going to add some more videos even later on down the line. So thank you everyone for watching my video. Again, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments as to what accents you guys like, what you find interesting, and you guys have yourselves a nice day.